And we're live. Season 2, episode 17. New episode for you all. This episode's called Off the Record. Got some new stuff coming your way. This is Tyler's Talking Sports. Happy Monday morning. 6 a.m. bright and early. If you're joining us for the first time, we have my brother from another mother, Tyler Hess, on the other side of the mic, and myself, Tyler Castle, bringing you Tyler's Talking Sports. If you've listened up to this point, we've always talked college football. But you know what? We're going off the record for today. We're going to switch things up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about some other sports. We made a post on Facebook. We've had some people comment that they'd love to come on. We're trying to get more people in on this and just talk sports, just have a good time talking sports. So for those that have commented, if you all can let us know a time that would work for you this upcoming Sunday. So we'll go ahead and throw that out there. If you can let us know a time that would work for you, we'll try to work around our schedules and make that work to where you all can come on and we'll have a little talk about some sports.
Yeah, real simple, guys. I mean, if y'all want to join, it ain't nothing crazy. You don't really need – honestly, you don't need to know anything about anything that you're talking about.
Nah, if you just want to sit in.
Yeah, sit in, chit-chat, put your opinion out there. Like, we're going to talk about everything from we're still going to hit college football. It's going to be our major thing because mostly it's all everybody's watching right now. We're still going to be covering that. But we want to throw this in to kind of get our viewers, our listeners, everybody in. So if you're a huge NASCAR fan, you want to talk about what happened in the race, come on in, talk about it. We'll give our opinions on it. Might not have much of one, but we'll give you one. You're a hockey person, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you can get in, give your opinion. You can stay for the entire show. You can come in and be like, hey, Tyler's Talking Sports. Y'all don't know nothing about sports. I've been betting on everything y'all been telling me, and I've lost the house. Bye. That's all you got to say. We just want to have people in. We want it to be like a casual setting, sitting on your couch, bunch of people talking about sports, having a good time.
Having a good old time.
That's right.
And we're sitting in our gaming chairs. I love it.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Who's this episode sponsored by, Hess?
Oh, man, this show's been sponsored by the one and only Little's Lawn Care. The best Texas fan that I know that mows yards, gives you the zigzags, give you the checkerboard, give you the whatever stripes you want. You got that last mow coming. That last mow is coming this week. This is it. If you're mow this week, this is it. So you need to get him there, get him mow your yard. But let's say you've already did it. You're like, man, I mow my yard. He'll get rid of those leaves, clean those gutters.
God, a lot of leaves out right now.
Trim those hedges.
Hedges.
He might even clean out your ditch. I don't even know.
Clean out your ditch? Golly.
Yeah. Little's Lawn Care, free estimates. If you want that free estimate, you got to tell him first off that Tyler's Talking Sports sent you. And the phone number to either text or phone call him is 276-698-5104. Again, that phone number is 276-698-5104. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate the sponsorship, bud.
Man, I love it. Hit up Brandon, guys. Get that lawn cut. Get that grass ready for winter. Again, you gotta take care of your grass. I bet he'd throw out some fertilizer for you too, probably, if you asked him to.
He probably would. He'd probably
throw some seed or something out there for you. You gotta get that Scott's fall seed, baby.
Hey, honestly, Brandon would probably go pick it up. He'd estimate how much you needed to pick it up and spread it out for you and get it all done for you. And you wouldn't have to leave your couch. You can stay here and watch the news.
I'm giving him more work, but I'm trying, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Let him know Tyler's Talking Sports sent you and told him to give you some lawn fertilizer.
That's right.
Man. Local game recaps, Hess.
Yeah, boys.
You ready?
Sipping on my coffee here.
Sipping on the coffee? Bright and early this morning. Guys, we are recording early for once for you all. Seriously.
Yeah, this is early.
Like, normally we record, the night before we record Sunday night, but it is 7:30 in the morning on this Sunday because we got some plans today.
Yep.
So we are working our schedules for you all, and that's why, too, off the record, that's how come we've had to just do Hess and I this episode because our schedules did not align. So,
and we just kind of want to see how it goes, too.
We're going to see how it goes, see what everybody says, see if they like this, if the views suck and we get like one view and no follows, no subscribers or anything, we're just going to cut this out.
Yeah,
it's going to be off the record.
Yeah, you'll never know what happened.
Never know what happened.
But yeah, man, local games. Had a big one. Had a real big one over in Emory. Emory and Henry. Yeah. Carson, number 17, Carson Newman. Me and you were itching to be at this game. Both had plans, things to do. But Emory pulls it out, man. They improved to 7-1. They beat Carson Newman 17-10.
Yeah, our local reporter on the sidelines watching this game. If y'all watched the last episode, Seth Stanley was there. He was giving me some updates. He kept me posted, gave me the halftime score at 17-3 at half. Emory was dominating. They had a huge second quarter, put up 17 points unanswered in the second quarter to really make a commanding lead. The The defense won this game. I mean, they held them to 10 points. They did not hold up. I think they had forced Carson Newman to 2 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Yeah, the defense played lights out again. So 7-1. They should be ranked now. If they're not ranked after this, I don't know.
I don't know what else they got to do.
Yeah, they beat 2 ranked opponents.
Yes.
They have 1, loss. It's a close loss, but it does happen.
And that was to Limestone, right?
Correct. It was Limestone early in the season, like second or third game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, impressive team. Charles Murphy had another excellent game. Rush for 30. I think he had a 39-yard rush, and then I think he ended up fumbled on the first drive. That's what it was. He fumbled on the first drive, and then Carson Newman had an excellent drive in about 7 minutes, ticked off the clock, about 86 yards or something like that. So it was a beautiful drive, put it together to be up 7-3, and then Charles Murphy just took over after that. So
man, I'm just happy to see Emory doing this. Like, they've always been a steady program, I'll say. They've had seasons where they've been super good, had seasons, but they've never been really, 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 really bad consistently. This season, I feel like they've came out and shocked the world. I mean, I don't think anybody really, other than your diehard Emory and Henry fans, they got new coaches, they got new players, they moved up to D2.
It was like Seth was telling you. I mean, they just moved up to D2 2 years ago, and no shade at Wise here. I mean, we're going to talk about them in a second, but they've been there 10 to 11 years, man.
Yeah, and I mean, Emory just came in, man. They won it. I mean, and they're playing these big marquee teams, and they're beating them, and it's good to see. This is a good group.
I mean, the offense is good. Don't get me wrong, but that defense is where it's at.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Emory? Have you ever been to their football field?
I mean, I've been there, but I've never watched a game. I used to run cross country race, so I was like right behind it.
So you've seen their football field?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to be what
it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Very nice little stadium.
We need to catch a game, man. Seriously.
Absolutely, I agree.
We need to quit making so many plans and go catch some.
I know we actually
games.
We need to dedicate stuff to our pod.
Yeah, like taking 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday.
Too bad we're dedicated to our wives and families and
families.
You know what we could do though? All right, we'll talk about that off the record.
Off the record?
Yeah, we'll talk about that off the record.
Was you thinking what I was thinking?
Probably.
Leave.
Leave
it country. Let's go record in Argentina.
Well, hopefully.
Hey guys, down here in Brazil.
I
don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that accent. I did like an Asian accent.
That was great. Oh man.
Wonton shrimp. Speaking of that, Hess ate PF Chang's this past Saturday.
I did, man.
And has traveled to Knoxville. Again.
2 weekends in a row, man.
2 weekends in a row. He's actually, guys, if you look behind me, you can barely see that ball sign because I went with the blue lights. Not going to say why yet, but he's actually a Vols fan. Deep down, he feels it.
Hey, it was great. It was the first time in Thompson Bowl Arena. Got to see Warren Zetters, got my hat on here, and I got to see Jelly Roll. Great concert. Love
Rolls of jelly.
Love Warren, and as everybody knows, Jelly Roll's just an incredible person, and
absolutely
he can motivate anybody. Like, I mean, you could be somebody in there like, I don't know, like, I don't know, anything you've done bad in your life, he'd make you feel good that you're going to be okay. And it was awesome. It was an incredible experience. Love Thompson Bowl Arena. I really want to go down there and watch a basketball game now.
Oh, it's great.
Let me tell you my most impressive thing, though. I know we got to keep on rolling here, but my most impressive thing that I seen down there,
man, it's off record,
was Tennessee's baseball field.
Yeah,
they are doing some extreme renovations down there.
Yeah, they are. I can't remember how many million, but it's up there.
Well, I know they're doing it. I think they're
adding a lot of seats.
Yeah, they're adding it looks like they're adding a second tier behind what they got right now at Lindsey Nelson. Looks like they're adding a second tier, especially on the first base side.
It's gonna be nice, man. We'll catch game.
I know Georgia's doing the same thing. Georgia's got they spent like $3 billion. Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah. Go Dogs.
What conference are they in?
SEC.
I thought they was in the SAC.
No, not the SAC. Not the SAC.
The SAC.
The Southern Athletic Conference?
Yes.
Nope.
Is that not where they're at?
Nope.
They're in the suck. How about that?
In the suck.
SUC.
But yeah, like Georgia tore up their entire baseball field, relaid it sod, they're rebuilding stadiums, new seats. Like SEC baseball is becoming, I think now the SEC baseball, you're seeing the stadium race that we've seen in the 90s with SEC football.
It's gonna be legit this year. Yeah. SEC's came a long way in baseball.
I think from what I've seen, just glancing over it right now, the projections for the top 25, there's 9 teams in the preseason top 10 for baseball, and they're all from the SEC.
Yeah, they've came a long way.
Yeah.
Well, those campuses and schools are just so nice. And
well, you know who's number one recruiting class in the country, right?
Is it Tennessee or Vandy?
Tennessee.
They just picked up a huge shortstop. I saw that.
Yeah, Tennessee's been doing good. Tony Vitello. Why would you not want to play for Vitello?
They flipped him from Vandy. Yeah. So that was nice.
I think it's Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, LSU, and Florida. That's your top recruiting classes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's stupid, man.
Why wouldn't you want to go there?
I mean, that's where baseball's at, man. The SEC baseball is
Wake Forest. You got ACC.
I mean, ACC's got a great baseball program. I mean, the South UNC. Is incredible at baseball and softball.
Yeah, it's just something about the South, baby.
Yeah, I love South. That weather.
South will rise. Robert E. Lee, baby. Just kidding, guys. Don't want to get banned on Facebook.
Good song.
Yeah.
ETSU. ETSU. Beat Wofford.
What was the final score in that game?
That final score was, I think it was 28-7.
It wasn't close. They dominated.
They did. They dominated them on all aspects of the game. From what
that game was at Wofford, too, so hats off to ETSU, man.
It's 2 years in a row they've pulled it out against Wofford.
That's correct.
And Wofford's had that number there for a moment. So
beat them in basketball, too, man.
Yeah.
Dominating them. I like what I'm seeing from ETSU right now. Wofford's a big school, man.
Yeah, very big school. I think they're a little down this year, over the last little bit. But yes, the final was, feeling like 97 is what ETSU put on their Instagram. 24-7 was the final. Feeling like 97.
24-7. Okay. Yeah, I knew it wasn't close. They improved now to 5-3, and I think Wofford drops, right?
Yes, Wofford drops to
4-5.
Yes, sir. That is exactly right.
Yeah, 4-5. So, yeah, man, ETSU's setting up nice. How'd our boy Jalen do? You got stats up right there?
I'm gonna pull him up. Pull old Jalen did.
Stats up. See how old boy Jalen did.
Jalen.
That game was at 2:00, right? That was a 2:00 game. 2:00 kick.
Yes, it was. Jalen King was 18 for 32 for 198 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Mm-hmm. But here's what he did. He led him in rushing. He had 12 carries for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Almost 300 yards total offense by Jalen. Nice.
And Page had 5 receptions for 88 yards. Looks like it was 0-0 in the first quarter. ETSU kicked a field goal right before half to go up 3-0 at half, and then ETSU just dominated the second half, scored 21 points to Wofford 7. That improves to 3-1 in the Southern Conference, and Wofford drops to 1-4.
1-4. Ouch.
Yep.
ETSU's shaping up, man. They're shaping up.
They're shaping up. They're playing good on special teams. I was reading it said the special teams contributed on the first possession of the second half. They had a 15-yard scoop and score after Wofford punter struggled with the high snap. So they stripped the ball from the punter, took it back. So that was a touchdown.
They got it going.
Yep, got it going right there. So, and ETSU finished with 407 yards to 178 Wofford yards.
Yeah,
King threw for 198 and led on rushing with 88.
And defense, man, I'm telling you, defense wins games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's ETSU got next? You can
I was getting ready to tell you. They played Mercer next on November 2nd.
I should be at home.
At Mercer.
What? That's like the third game in a row.
They go at Mercer, and then they go Western Carolina at home, Furman at home, and then they go to VMI to finish that
Western Carolina would be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a great game. Is that November 9th?
Yes, it is.
Be at the Hokies, baby.
Be at the Hokies.
In Blacksburg.
What are you doing there?
Oh, man, I'm going around recording.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Tyler Talking Sports.
Yeah,
it's I have my own separate, guys, if y'all want to subscribe, it's just, I have my own separate channel. It's called Tyler Talking Sports. And it's just me. It's crazy, man. I got like 20,000 subscribers on there compared to this crap. I swear, it's crazy.
Why can't you bring them over here?
Nah, can't, man.
Selfish.
It's private.
You selfish.
Private. It's private.
Selfish.
Private.
You're private. Nope. Can't be private if you got that many people.
Yeah, it's private, man.
Okay.
UVA Wise.
Yeah, it fell to Mars Hill 31-17.
2-5 on the season.
Yep, been a struggle.
Man.
I think they played pretty well.
Mars Hill.
Yeah, I think we all picked Mars Hill in this one, but I do think it was closer than the final score shows. Wise, but we said it. They're young, new coach, trying to find their footing. But yeah, this game was at Mars Hill, wasn't it? No, it was not. This was at Carl Smith, so this was at Wise. This is a home game.
Wise home game.
Looks like just
can't put it together, man.
Quick rundown. Wise was up 10-7 after the first quarter, but a terrible second quarter. Mars Hill ended up scoring 17 unanswered in the second quarter, and UVA Wise wasn't able to come back.
Never looked back, baby.
Nope, never looked back. So I mean, that's kind of been the key for Wise this year. Once they get down, they don't. They don't have.
They usually have one bad quarter. I mean, that's about every game.
Yep, that puts them down to 1-4 in the sack, and then
how'd our boy Cochran did? Cochran.
Let me see here. I got player stats here somewhere.
Jake. I was calling by his first name. How'd our boy Jake do?
Our boy Jake. Let's see. Tackles, rushing.
Man, that's one thing I love about this pod. I tell you, we get to know these local players' names.
Oh, we do. It's not looking like he played.
What?
It's like Wick Cooper played. Chattanooga, from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wick Cooper, sophomore from Baylor High School. Cooper Wick, sorry. I said Wick Cooper. Cooper Wick. He had 166 yards passing. Looks like Corcoran did not play. I mean, read the full article here.
What happened?
Scammell led the Cavs in rushing. Quarterback Cooper Wick. Let's just made a quarterback change. Quarterback Cooper Wick was 17 for 32 for 166 yards.
That's
terrible. Interesting. Not bad, but
not bad.
Interesting.
I'll have to look into that. Look into that. We're off the record. You can look into that.
Down for a second. Drive chart. Individual. Yeah, he was the only one that played. He had 17 32 for 166 yards. He threw 4 interceptions.
Oh, God.
He had 5 rushes for negative 16 yards.
Oh, buddy.
Scammell. I wonder if Ian Scammell is Coach Scammell's son from Castlewood.
4 picks. No, yeah, I see why they lost now. 4 picks.
I mean, and then on the other side, Mars Hill, they had 118 yards passing. The quarterback went 22 for 26.
Ouch.
His name was Martin Jr.
Accuracy.
Or Junior Martin.
Junior Martin. Junior Martin.
Yep, that's what it says, Junior Martin.
Senior Junior Martin. That's his name.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
That would be great.
Yeah, I don't know why. They must have just made a
figure that out.
Change.
Might have just switched up.
In case you was curious, the temperature for the game was 62 degrees with a wind out of the northwest.
It was nice yesterday. Perfect football weather.
It was. It was great.
Sorry. It was nice Saturday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah, man. I done told them what time we were recording. They know.
Yeah.
I know what's up.
That's interesting. I'm
that interested. We'll figure out what's going on over there in Wise.
Hey, maybe they're just trying to get a change of pace down there. I mean, I get it.
I guess they're not trying to throw wine bottles. I don't know.
Oof. You can't throw bottles anymore. Texas is.
Oh, they learned their lesson, man.
Yeah, but then, Ohio State does the same thing yesterday.
Speaking of throwing stuff, how about them Bluefield Rams? Bluefield Rams versus Pikeville Bears.
Yeah.
I tell you, I turned on this game because you can watch it. I was watching it on the screen here on the internet. I was watching on Pikeville's website. Pikeville, when I turned it on, had broke the school record for rushing yards.
You've been bragging about this Pikeville website. You must do this thing a lot.
It's nice. It's a nice website, guys. Serious. Whoever their website editor, very, very good job. Like to give a shout out. Can I get a round of applause?
You want a round of applause?
Yeah, just give me a round of applause for that. Website editor for Pikeville Bears. Any day now. God.
Oh gosh, I'm hitting all kinds of buttons. Yeah.
Great job.
Yep, appreciate it.
Great job. It's probably a team. Really good job.
One more
for the Bears. For the Bears. Yeah, they broke the school record. When I looked, I think they had 398 rushing yards.
Yeah,
almost 400. I think they broke 400. When I checked the score, I projected Pikeville to put up 56. It was 48-33.
Oh, dude, this website is nice. Pike.
I told you it's nice. What was the final on that score?
I'm looking. I'm
48-33. I didn't miss it by much. They might have scored again if they put up 56 when you laughed in my face. See who's right. Come on, baby.
School record and AAC rushing record.
Yeah.
What they broke there.
How many yards was it total they finished with?
I'm working on it. They got so many ads popping up here. I can't find this.
Well, yeah, they got to support that website and that team, baby. That website ain't free.
I go. Lord. All right, box score 48-34 was the final.
Okay, 48-34.
Bluefield scored 14 in the fourth quarter, make it close, but that third quarter was the big time for Pikeville. Box score, individual stats. Bluefield's quarterback Nathan Hertrich, he was 29 for 42 for 283 yards, 4 touchdowns and 2 picks.
Shoo! Good game.
Looks like our former player of the week didn't play for them either. Running back Abdullah, he did not play, but Lee Kirkland for Pikeville was 24 for 33 for 162 yards and 1 touchdown and interception. Ahmad Williams had 39 attempts for 393 yards of offense,
393,
4 touchdowns, and averaging 9.7 yards per carry.
Oh my God!
Dang, up, man!
Yeah, I told you defense. They put up. I told you the past 2 weeks they put up over 60.
Yeah, they've 40. They've put up. Pikeville started out with 4 straight losses to start the year off.
Yeah.
And then they've scored 47, 66, 62, and 48.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Campbell's, Georgetown University of Cumberland's, and Faulkner University out of Montgomery, Alabama. Hey, Faulkner University got a nice little website, too. They got the same. Whoever's doing the Pikeville website got to doing the same thing on Faulkner's.
Man, they might have the same editor.
It's identical. Like, got the little U-Pike logo thing.
Ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
Gotta be 1 of 1, baby.
1 of 1. Just to be Faulkner's 2-5 in conference play, 0-3 in conference, and 2-5 overall.
That puts Pikeville in first, right?
Yes.
4-0, right? Conference play.
Yeah. Boy, I'll say this. I don't know what RV means. That's weird. I don't know what that means. But anyway, this Faulkner school here is playing.
It's like a rolling vehicle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranked opponents.
It's like a rolling vehicle, like that run game. 393 yards of rushing. That's a rolling tank, baby.
Rolling. Man. Man, that's crazy. 393 yards.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Whew. Feed the bear. It's feeding.
Almost 400 yards.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
On the ground.
Man. Hey, you know what else was crazy?
You know what 400 yards is? That's 4 100-yard dashes.
No.
Just take that in. Take that in consideration. How many yards is in a football field? 100.
Well, it depends. You count the end zone?
Well, I'm not counting the end zone, Tess. It's 100. Okay.
I was going to say, if you count the end zone, it's 120.
I know that. 10 yards in the end zone.
It's 53.7 yards from sideline to sideline.
I'm leaving. This is stupid.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm just letting you know.
God.
So you know
I'm letting our listeners know. In case they didn't know, man.
Maybe they didn't know that.
Maybe they didn't. I highly doubt it because our listeners are smart.
Let me tell you what our listeners are doing. They were watching that Tech game yesterday.
They were, man. Week 9 college football recap.
Here's my favorite part here. As soon as I got up this morning, Miami fans. I even had a Miami fan. I think it was Cody Kazee or whatever his last name was there. I always mispronounce it, so I'm sorry, buddy. You're an Eagles fan and a Philadelphia fan, so I ain't going to try too hard. But big Miami fan.
Cody Kissy?
Yep. Big Miami fan. Cam Ward, he said, add to his Heisman resume, he had a receiving touchdown. Well, you know what? Drones had a passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown, and led Tech with all 3 of those scores.
Yeah,
with their big victory.
This is the Virginia Drones.
Yeah. They go as far as he wants to take them. That's about the truth.
21-6, man, dominated. I tell you what, though, that defense turned around.
That defense is turning around.
That's what's getting us going.
That front four is really nice. They're leading the country in sacks. That one guy for him, I think he had 2 more sacks in this game for him. So, I mean, he's just adding to that sack record right now.
They've turned it around, man. 5-3 now, 3-1. This is the Hokies we was expecting from the beginning of the year.
Thanks for that, guys.
Rough start. I'll take back the Vandy loss because I understand that now. Vandy's a tough little team, but the other 2 losses, they should. They had Miami. They got lost to that for the refs. Yeah. So really, they should be 6-2.
I mean, I look at it this way: this whole Tech thing. I go on the record here. I said 12-1, so that went out the window. But looking at Vandy, if they came in thinking this was typical Vandy, like everybody else did, no wonder they got beat.
Yeah,
true. Vandy's a different football program.
That game, if you remember, that game went to overtime. So.
It did. The final score was 34-27 in OT.
So it was a great game. And then, like I said, they beat Miami.
And lost to Rutgers by 3.
Yeah. Rutgers, they shouldn't have lost that game. They should not have lost.
They win the Rutgers game, they win the Miami game. They got 1 loss right now, and the only loss came to Vandy.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
They got a tough matchup next.
They got Syracuse?
Got Syracuse next.
Kyle McCord going to throw 50 touches.
At Syracuse.
It is at Syracuse.
That'll be tough.
It could be.
Tough little road game. Could be. I hope they win. And I don't like picking against Syracuse because they are the Big Orange.
Hey, I will say this though. Tootin, he rushed good yesterday. He had 84 yards.
84? I knew I thought it was 78 for some reason. Okay. 84 yards. He didn't have many carries though, did he?
17.
Okay.
The defensive game yesterday, big time.
Yeah, defense game. Low scoring game. Used to be, kind of what you saw from Tech, kind of these scores. So good to see them get to the roots on defense. I think if they keep that defense up, let's say they beat Syracuse this coming Saturday. That game next weekend against Clemson is going to be lit. Because Clemson was on a bye this week, right?
Yeah, I think I'm on. Games sold out. Buy on SeatGeek sold out. You can get tailgate packages though.
Tailgate package.
Mm-hmm. No TBA.
Any of our listeners that are going to the game, let me know where you'll be. Ethan Witt, great guy. He already told me where he's going to be at. He's going to send me his location when he gets there. So I'm going to try and meet up with him. Big 6'5" Golly Green Giant.
He's a jolly man.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
Big boy. So I'm going to be jumping up, trying to get interviews with him as long as I don't break the receiver again. Just to let y'all know.
Oh, yep.
Did get a new mic. Can y'all see that? Yeah, did get a new mic and receiver, so we're good there.
I'm happy about that, man.
Bought some glasses this time, too, so I can actually see. Yeah.
You don't have sunglasses?
Well, I had my Oakleys, and I look like a cop, and I don't really like that, so I feel like people are intimidated by my glasses.
Oh, I get that. I understand. Yeah. Those glasses.
They look like they're cop glasses. I love cops, don't get me wrong.
I mean, you look...
Huge supporter of the blue, but
you look like a big...
I don't want to scare people a little bit.
Is that why you got the blue lights?
Yeah, huge supporter.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this without saying it. You can read between the lines. Those Oakley glasses, so I got the same pair. Same pair. They make you look like who you really are as a person.
I know. I don't feel like I'm intimidated.
Also, guys, if you're listening, I know y'all like Castle. I love him to death. Be careful.
Man. If not, I love my haters too.
Don't pull in his driveway.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Should I get in that story real quick?
I mean, if you want to, talk about whatever.
It's off the record, man. Okay, before we get into our next game. So I'm outside getting my mail, right?
Oh, boy.
At my house. And, I work from home. In case y'all don't know, I work from home. So I was just outside on my lunch break getting my mail. And walking back into my house, well, I have a neighbor that pulled in to my driveway unannounced. He's kind of older and accidentally backed into my car. And my car's parked off the driveway, so ended up having to get that fixed. But hey, he paid for all the damages. So shout out to that. I appreciate that. It was just a little bit of a headache. Wasn't expecting to have to take my car to the shop again and get it fixed. So just one of them things. And this is right after I bought the Alabama-Tennessee tickets too.
Like so, literally an hour.
Like an hour after. That's why I texted Hez. I was like, this is why I don't do anything because something always happens like this. But yeah, it's all good, man. The car's going to get fixed. No actual,
no physical body damage.
No big damage either. I mean, it was a small scratch. That's no big deal. It did pull a little paint, so I do have to take it to the shop, which sucks. But yeah, that happened. So that's just a little bit of life story for y'all. Sometimes you're on them highs and them lows can try to knock you down, but you just stand right back up, baby.
I like it, man. I like it.
You stand right back up.
That's right. Stand right back up.
Speaking of standing right back up, man, I'd like to give a shout out to our next sponsor, Next Level Fitness Club.
Next Level?
We was talking about the blue. We got a lot of cops come out there. Yeah. Next Level Fitness Club. Shout out to those guys. Really appreciate them. But not only do cops come there, we have a lot of members. A lot of gym members.
I'm still lost on what the blue means.
Oh, you'll see. A lot of guy, you got me off my track, man.
I'm sorry.
Personal trainers, certified, 24/7 gym availability, tanning beds 24/7, functional fitness classes. If y'all want to come out there, stop by 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia 24266. Call 276-608-1877 or 276-971-3816.
Slow down. I know you're excited. Slow down.
I was just getting excited, man. Just talking about that gym.
You read that number off like you were trying
Might be some changes coming to that gym soon too. They're getting some quotes, is what I hear.
Is that what that stuff? Blue lights mean?
Nope, nothing to do with that. You'll see, baby.
Thought we were changing the colors up.
You'll see.
You know what? You know why I like going to Next Level Fitness?
Why, man?
They make me feel comfortable in the colors that mean the most to me, and that's my Georgia Bulldogs and my Lebanon Pioneer colors.
Well, they actually, if you walk in, they have 3 banners hanging up for.
I ignore the other 2.
It's Honaker Tigers, the team that you love, Lebanon Pioneers, and then Castlewood Blue Devils. That's the entire county of Russell County.
Love me some Honaker.
That's what the colors are for.
First off, hey, let me talk about Honaker. I talk crap about them because rivalry, everything.
They're winning streak, baby.
My whole entire day they are. They killed Patrick Henry last week. Great job by Shane.
I think that's 4 in a row or 5 in a row.
I think it's 4 or 5 in a row. They're killing it. Shane's been doing good.
They're starting to step it up, man.
Yes, very, very, very good. While they're stepping up, Lebanon's stepping down.
That they are.
I don't understand what happened with Lebanon yesterday, but yeah, man, shout out to Shane and what he's doing over there at Homeacre. You ran into him in Dick's a couple months ago, and he was very appreciative of everything he's got. And then he was, hey, guys, keep doing good on the pod. So, Shane, if you're still listening to us, man, we appreciate you and your support. Keep doing what you're doing at Homeacre. Hey, as a Lebanon Pioneer, I do talk crap about Homeacre, but my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my entire family graduated from there. I still have family from Homeacre. And, heck,
great people, man.
I went to Homeacre till 4th grade and still got really good connections. When I was coaching travel ball, have a bunch of Homeacre kids, love them kids to death. So good for Homeacre. Glad to see him win. Love Shane. Love that he's doing what he's doing. But yeah, while we mentioned it, Lebanon dropped the ball yesterday. Big loss to Virginia High.
42-28.
Yeah, they just could never get it going. And then Virginia High, that running back they had, I think he had like 200 yards rushing, interception.
I did see where Caden Boyd broke the school record though for receiving yards. 206 maybe.
Not just the school record. That was the Virginia High School state record.
VHSL. Sorry.
Yeah, he broke the school record and the state record for 21 receptions.
They had a couple turnovers that game too, though, didn't they?
They
did.
2
picks or something.
Could get nothing going. I mean, the big thing from what I noticed,
they were down big early.
They were down 20. I think when I turned it on, it's
28-7.
21-7, 28-7.
Yeah.
From what I seen when I was watching it, because when I seen what it was, I watched all the way up to halftime when Mike. To me, it looked like he got the ball across the goal line, but whatever. It didn't really matter in the end. But Lebanon's offensive line struggling a little bit. I think Graham kind of got him a little weary after last week, and then this week Virginia High Mike hasn't had no time to throw. But hey, they're getting better. They're young.
Nobody's a good team.
They are. 4-3 was not how good they are. They about beat Graham. They've other teams. Zach Sloan, shout out to him. Big buddy of mine. Reason I wore 28 when I was in high school is because of him. He's now the offensive coordinator at Virginia High. Andy Bowers, he's a part of Virginia High and the coaching staff. Love that team too. But yeah, it was good to see. Good to see Virginia High doing well. Some of my buddies doing well. I want to see
a lot of Lebanon people there, man.
It was weird as a Saturday at 1.
Yeah, Saturday game. And WCYB carried that game. No free shout-outs, but they did.
They did. Let's say want to follow us. That. And then maybe put us on Channel 5 to do a live sports talk show.
Wouldn't that be something?
Kristen Kwan, if you're listening, you and Krista went to college together.
I was going to say, what's that boy? Goats. Casey Goats, man.
Casey Getz?
Getz. I call him Goats because it's,
him and Kristen got that podcast. Maybe they'll put us on with them.
That'd be nice.
Kristen Kwan, if you're listening, help us out with WCYB. No shout-out, free shout-out.
Guys, speaking of shout-outs, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers.
Yes,
we are closing in on it.
I want it so bad.
I think we're 40, 44, 43 away?
Yeah, something like that. I think we're at 9.
Man, I wanted to see that 1K.
K. Yep.
Come on,
guys.
Y'all
can quit following us after that. They can quit following us after that. Well, they don't have to pay attention to us.
We're retiring.
Yeah.
It was a fun ride, guys.
Right now, we're at 9:58. Sorry, just updated. 9:58.
42 to go.
Yep.
Nice, but man, let's get back to college football. We're getting off the record, off the rails. We should call this off the rails. Pittsburgh's
big dominating win Thursday night.
Dominating, man. 41-13. Kyle McCord had 5 interceptions. Just a terrible night.
It was. That game was
not what I was expecting. So Pittsburgh is about to say Paragees. Pittsburgh is still undefeated.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing about that is I believe I'm going to look it up.
7-0 or 8-0?
7-0.
7-0.
The thing that blows my mind is Syracuse outgained Pittsburgh.
Yeah. More plays. I mean, but 5. You can't win with 5 interceptions.
Can't do that unless you're SMU.
Which
we'll get to that.
Oregon dominates Illinois. This was a letdown. 38-9, which I kind of expected it because Oregon. I mean, they look legit. So 38-9 improved to 8-0. Altmaier finally had some more interceptions. He threw 2 that game. He had 1 on the season. I was very high on Luke. Just a little bit of a rough game. Kind of expected against Oregon. Oregon's defense is good.
Dylan Gabriel moved to
18 for 26, I think. Gabriel.
Yeah.
298 yards or something like that.
Just
dominating.
And he moved into second all time in passing touchdowns in college football history.
He's got to be
6 behind Case Keenum.
He's got to be your Heisman front runner. First or second. I mean, he's got to be right there.
I've got a new Heisman front runner.
Ooh, can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
I'm gonna talk about one too. But should be in the mix.
Dylan Gabriel, I forgot about him playing at UCF.
Yeah,
he played there, then transferred after Heupel left. he left there because he was Heupel's quarterback. He left there, went to Oklahoma, and then
man, wouldn't that have been nice him come into Tennessee?
I think from what I was reading last night, when he entered the transfer portal, Heupel understood, and then Tennessee already had a set in stone quarterback and what they wanted. Yeah. So he said, "Go to Oklahoma."
Makes sense.
Yep. And then he got there and was like, "I hate Oklahoma. I hate Norman. I'm going to Oregon."
Going to Oregon. Play with the Ducks. Apparently, that's one of the loudest stadiums.
Yeah. It is.
It's got 66,000 fans, I think.
Yes, I think now they can hold 66,000. Up until last year, they only had like 63 something, but yeah.
Added some seating, yeah. Apparently, it's really loud.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. When you got Nike as a sponsor like that, I mean, it should be nice.
I don't even want to talk about this next one.
Man, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Dog washes Navy.
Yeah,
I hate saying that too, but it was terrible.
It was
bad. It was just like last year.
Yeah,
Navy a little bit better on score than last year. I think last year was 56-3.
Oh,
or something like that. Yeah, 51-14. Not much difference. A lot of these games on Saturday were big letdowns.
It was. I'm honestly kind of glad we had some things to do. It was a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Riley Leonard had kind of just a normal, low passing yard game, but he did what he did. Yeah, they still dominate on the run game. That's where they win, but their defense tore Navy up.
That was a big thing they were talking about for that game.
I think they held Navy to like under 100 rushing yards or something. I mean, it was it was 88 passing yards. That's what it was. They held them to 88 passing yards.
Well, Navy runs that wishbone offense, those two, the hybrid wishbone.
But I mean, they only threw for 88 yards.
Yeah, that's normal though. They're averaging only 98 a game.
What?
Yeah, they run that wishbone offense. They only pass the ball like 5 or 6 times a game.
I hate to say it, but that's kind of how I expected this game to go. I know I picked Navy because I never picked against America. But, yeah. And, two, this sucks because now it's going to make Notre Dame look even better for the playoff.
Well, now they beat another ranked team, and then they'll have Army coming up, I think, next week or the week after, so that's another ranked team. Yeah. But Army doesn't run no weird offense. Army runs an actual state-of-the-art kind of spread type offense, so we'll see. Alabama. Oh, sorry, I skipped Indiana.
Skipped one, yeah, because it was a snooze fest, too.
Yep, Indiana absolutely just destroyed Washington, 31-17, with a backup quarterback, 8-0 for the first time since 1967.
Who, Tavion Jackson?
Yeah, Tavion Jackson. He was a 6A back-to-back-to-back player of the year in Indiana and back-to-back-to-back state champion in Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah. And
he played good.
Yeah, he played really well. So, I mean, that shows the kind of coaching they got going on up there at Indiana. I thought it was really cool during game day. Sagetti's their head coach, so they have white towels that have the Marlboro logo, but it says Sagetti, like cigarettes. Spaghetti. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I love that coach.
I like spaghetti.
They had a cool thing about him. Nick Saban was talking about him, and apparently, a D3 school called Nick Saban and was like, "Hey, you got any guys on your coaching staff that want to be our head coach?" And Nick was on the phone, turned around at his coaching staff, said, "Hey," can't remember what the school was, said, "Hey, anybody here want to be the head coach?" And Sagetti raised his hand, and Nick said, "There you go, got you one." And that's where he got his start, and then he left there, went to JMU, left JMU.
Imagine me sitting in a room. Anybody want to be a head coach of a program? Oh, me.
But they were like interviewing, like, I swear to you, if Nick Saban had like a identical brother, it's that guy. He's so intense. He was all like, it's about discipline. It's about winning football. 100%. And he was talking about how they brought in 20.
I think you're seeing that now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Seeing that now. Indiana has turned a corner.
Yeah, they're good, man. They might jump a little. They'll jump a little bit in rankings because Washington's a sound team.
If Curtis comes back next week and they just keep winning, because I think they got Ohio State next week or the week after. If they keep winning, is Curtis Heisman?
I think it's 2 weeks.
Would you put Curtis up there for the Heisman?
I mean, you kind of have to, right? I mean, they're undefeated.
The MAC transfer
they were not supposed to be here.
Nope, nobody expected this one. I think the odds were 1 to 100,000 for them to be to make the playoff. So if you could have put them right now, they're in line for the playoff. So right now, if you put $1 on them, you won $1,000.
That's insane.
Yeah,
insane,
that's great.
Man.
But yeah,
speaking of insane, Alabama proves they still got it. Do they?
No.
They won 34-0 over Missouri.
Yeah, it was
Missouri,
terrible.
Guys, Missouri.
Brady Cook tried everything he
got killed.
Yeah, he tried with everything he had, that high ankle sprain. The fact he came back from the hospital last week and finished the game out for them last week and didn't practice all this week, you knew the ankle had to be hurting, and he tried, and he had nothing.
There was a play there, if y'all didn't watch. They blew the whistle, but the defense didn't hear it, and they absolutely destroyed Cook, took him out. I mean, he's done. Yeah. I think he ended up going, 7 for 12, something like that?
Yeah, they said that he said he lost feeling from the ankle up all the way up that leg. Like, it was just killing him, so...
I hate that for Missouri because, one time they were, 7th?
They started out the season 7th.
7th, yeah. And then, I mean, they stayed there for quite a few weeks.
But they stand on business down there, man.
Yeah, they're going to be out of the top 25, I'll tell you that. Losing 34 to Alabama. I'm sure the pollsters and I'm sure they'll love that. They'll probably put Bama back up to top 10 probably. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, Bama. Bama's got tough. Bama's got LSU.
They do got LSU coming up. I think it's next week. Well, I'll say this: I didn't realize Jam Miller is first in the SEC in yards per rush at 6.7 yards per rush.
It ain't been there. Don't feel like it.
I know, that's what I was thinking. But I was looking at it. They use 3 running backs a game. So instead of having a workhorse, they're using 3 guys.
But they're still not rushing for a lot. Not like you're used to seeing with Alabama.
Yeah, I want to see what they had yesterday.
Rush with Milroe a lot.
They do rush with Milroe a lot,
which I would too. He's fast as crap.
But I'm not sold really on Milroe either.
He's slicked down. He didn't have a stellar. I mean,
he had no touchdowns yesterday.
Mediocre
he was 16 for 26. Justice Hayes had 79 yards on 9 yards per carry. Richard Young had 63 yards on 21 yards per carry. Jam Miller had 48 yards for 4.4 yards per carry, and the rest of the guys are wide receivers. So they had a total of 271 yards rushing on 37 carries, averaging 7.3 yards per carry with 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
Receiving wise, Jermaine Bernard transferred out of Washington. He led them in with 82 yards receiving. Ryan Williams had 4 receptions for 53 yards. He's kind of calmed down a little bit too.
He has since the Georgia game.
Yeah, since the Georgia game.
I think they lived up to the hype for that game, and then just kind of we're good. We're good.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. I told you yesterday I had a good take on this one. They interviewed their tight end, Dupree, and he said, this was on Monday after they lost to Tennessee. He said they got to stop coming to all their meetings late. Apparently everybody's coming to meetings late. Milroe, the whole entire team, they don't show up to meetings on time. They're late for practice. He said any given day they're 15 to 20 minutes late for practice, most of the team. They don't want to dress up and wear suits and stuff like that anymore. They don't tuck their shirt in, and we all know how Saban was about tucking your shirt. If you can't tuck your shirt in and do the simple things in life, how can you do anything great?
Yeah.
The whole culture's changed down there. And from what I've gathered looking into it, not that DeBoer's doing anything wrong. DeBoer is a very player leadership built person. Like, hey, I've got leaders on this team. It's up to you guys to lead this team and do the right thing. Nick Saban was diehard. I'm going to be the leader. You're going to listen to me. Pretty much saying, I'm your daddy. You're going to listen to what I tell you. DeBoer kind of puts it on the players.
I'm your daddy.
And that's completely changed how it is down there. But the fact that Alabama players are not showing up on time to meetings,
that's
not
crazy.
showing up on time to practice, that explains why they're putting mediocre product on the field.
Yeah. Gotta be 100% on and off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they did win. So Alabama, I'm just going to throw this out there. They could still win out this season and still make the playoff. And it could shape up that there is 9 SEC teams that are 6-2 at the end of the season. So good luck picking those teams.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with all their schedules, because they're all pretty close. I mean, they're going to look at ranked wins and compare, strength of schedule, stuff like that. So yeah, it could be interesting. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Texas, speaking of SEC, escapes Vandy
Barely.
What a game. This turned out to be a game.
This was an absolute barn burner.
27-24. Pavia looked pretty rough there in the fourth quarter. He did what he needed to do to get him back in the game. That last drive there when he put it together, 24-27 with under a minute to go. But, threw a couple bad picks. One got called back thanks for roughing the passer, so he did get that one back, but that was just terrible. And that 4th and 21 call or whatever that one call was, or 4th and 5, sorry. Yeah. It was a bad play call. And
yeah, then giving one receiver.
You shouldn't just throw the ball down. I mean, you're going to turn the ball over anyway. So
well, in a sense, I mean,
I get you're trying to give your guy a chance. You don't have much time to react.
But it changed the field position. I mean, they would have got the ball 10 yards closer to the end zone, so you never know. I mean, the pick was kind of like a short punt.
Yeah, but Texas offense didn't look that great.
No, I mean, honestly.
A wide receiver tore him up. I mean, one wide receiver had 3 touchdowns, I think.
DeAndre Moore Jr., he had 2 touchdowns.
2, okay.
But, I mean, overall, if you look at it, if you don't look at the score, Pavia played better than Ewers. Vandy ran the ball. They had 114 yards to 106 for Texas. And I think they led them. Nope. Texas did have 288 yards receiving. But QBR-wise, Pavia had a 78.1 to Ewers' 67.2. Ewers threw 2 picks. That's 5 picks in the last 2 games for him.
Yeah. Turned the ball over a lot. And I hope y'all took the spread. Like I told y'all, this game was a 21.5 spread. I hope y'all listened to me. I made some money.
It was the first time that Texas has won in Nashville.
Yeah.
It was the first time they've been there in 100 years.
There's a lot of Texas fans there. A lot.
Yeah. One side was Texas. I think they said it was a 40-60 split. 40% Texas, 60%.
It felt like a home game for Texas, not gonna lie.
They're still building up that stadium down there. I think when they get it all done, they'll have over 60,000 seats. Right now they can only hold 27,000.
Nice, so double. Nice.
Yeah. Texas looking ahead on the 9th. They got a bye week coming up. They got Florida. Florida comes to Texas.
Could be interesting. Florida's turning it around here the past couple weeks. Could be interesting. Ohio State.
Yeah, boy.
Escapes a close one. This was a good game, too.
It was a good game.
Yeah. Ohio State escapes a close one over the Cornhuskers. Hate to see it. I was hoping Nebraska would pull it off. 21-17. Raiola threw an interception at the end of the game to seal the win for Ohio State. So their defense comes up. Ohio State's defense is really what's winning these games, in my opinion.
But I'll say this too. This is 2 games in a row that Nebraska should have won, and Raiola has overthrew a wide open receiver. They were 2 times they had a guy in the end zone, nobody around him for a mile, and he completely overthrew him.
Yeah.
So
well,
freshman.
You can say what you want about beating Indiana, but they got, terrible. That was 51-7.
Well, I'm talking about the game before that, not the Indiana game, the one before. The one where
they did win. They're only 2-loss team, ain't they? No, 3-loss. Sorry, they are 3-loss now. Yeah, they did lose a game before that. Yeah, rough little stretch here for Nebraska. I hate to see it, but Raul is young, so that's a good sign. It means the future's bright, hopefully.
The Illinois game, that's what I was talking about. He overthrew a wide receiver in the end zone, and then now this one.
They lost all the big games.
Yeah, they've lost all the ranked matchups.
Yeah,
but their best win right now is Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's turned it around.
Yes, they have.
LSU versus Texas A&M.
Yeah.
A&M owned the second half.
Dominated them that second half.
10 minutes in the third, they just turned it on. They were down 17-10, and when I last looked, it was 35-17. 35-23, something like that. The
final ended up being 38-23.
38-23, yeah.
They scored 14 points in the third and 17 points in the second.
They dominated.
But Nussmeier did have 405 yards passing.
Yeah, but he also had a lot of picks. He had 2 picks.
3 interceptions.
3, yeah.
That quarterback went in for Wegman.
He tore it up, man. He averaged, when he came in, he was averaging 11.6 yards per play.
Well, he was 2 for 2 for 70 yards, but then he had 9 rushes for 62 yards and 3 touchdowns.
They couldn't shut him down on the RPO. That RPO was destroying him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Texas A&M, man, coming out of nowhere.
Putting the freshman in from Nashville, Tennessee. How'd Vandy let that guy get away?
Dominated him. Yeah, I love to see it. I love to see Texas A&M be good. That's a stadium that we need to hit.
Yes,
and that place was electric.
Shout out to those black uniforms.
Yeah, those are nice.
That was nice.
All black, yeah.
Yes. Good for Mike Elko, though. A lot of people were pissed off about that hire.
It turned out good.
But, hey, look what he left Duke with. I know we're talking about Duke. He left Duke in good standing. Mike Elko's a class act, I think. I think that's the kind of coach you want leading the program.
Absolutely. He's a great coach.
Yep.
Penn State versus Wisconsin.
Yeah, boy.
This game was close for a while. Wisconsin just ran out of gas. Couldn't get the run game going. They held Wisconsin to just a one-dimensional offense.
Wisconsin doesn't have a run game.
Yeah, it turned into a passing attack, and if you turn Wisconsin into a passing attack, they're probably not going to win the game, and that's what happened. Defense for Penn State won this game, 28-13. Penn State did lose a lot of players in this game. A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries, and they got Ohio State next week.
They got Ohio State next week, so keep an eye on that. We'll definitely update y'all on Thursday morning. Make sure you tune in for that game.
I've not been big on Penn State all year, so I don't think, even if they're healthy, I don't think going to Ohio State, I don't think they win that game.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We'll see. It's been a weird college football season.
Been weird, man.
Yep.
Speaking of weird, Duke versus SMU.
Yes.
Barn burner. Overtime thriller.
Yeah, boy. Duke ended up losing this one, though.
28-27.
Oh, yeah, 28-27, sorry.
I hate that. I hate that for Duke. I was hoping Duke could pull it off, but we said the Mustangs were tough. I think the Mustangs were favored it by 12.
They were. And now that puts them undefeated in the ACC play. They are one-loss team, so...
Nobody talking about them.
Nobody's been talking about SMU, just kind of under the radar.
Them and Pitt, man. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Miami and Clemson.
Yep, Miami and Clemson. Nobody's even talking about Tech. I mean, Tech's right there in the hunt now, too.
Yeah, 3-1 in conference.
Yeah, this puts SMU 7-1 and 4-0 in conference play with Pittsburgh next week.
Well, this is the conference that I said that was up in the air at the beginning of the season.
I picked
completely up in the air.
Wake Forest to win it, and you picked NC State. Good job, us. We were great.
Good job. We're dead last.
But yeah, next week.
I don't know why our listeners listen to us. I mean, we don't give crap.
SMU. They play Pittsburgh at SMU next week, 8 o'clock, ACC Network.
That'd be a game.
That is going to be a game, absolute game. Finish it out. I watched this game, Colorado versus Cincinnati.
I did not. I passed out.
Shedeur Sanders started out 15 for 15. I think he finished 26 for 30 for 380 yards, 4 touchdowns. Travis Hunter had one interception, 13 tackles, finished with 9 receptions on 9 targets for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Dang, there's an offense.
I'm going to tell you, Sanders absolutely 100% needs to be the Heisman front runner, and I think I'm believing the hype that he's the best quarterback in this draft class coming out this year.
Really?
Yes, I mean,
just from that game,
just watching his ball, even with the pass, his line wouldn't even give me much time, but he was able to run around, look like Johnny Football in the backfield.
Johnny Football.
That spiral, it didn't matter. He was hitting he'd be looking downfield, Mahomes and that thing to the sideline, and just perfect spot right to where the receiver needed it, right on the break. It was one Travis Hunter was doing a post route. Excuse me. Came back and did a curl. And I mean, as soon as he broke, bam, there was the ball. It was just perfect. He's good.
Time. Yeah, he's good. Gosh. I never said he was bad. I just don't like the hype around Colorado.
I just didn't I don't know. I hadn't really just watched it as I couldn't get away from the hype. I just pulled the blind back and was let's just watch him. He's good.
Pulled the blinders off. What's that make Colorado now? 5-2?
5-2, 6-2 on the year, I think.
6-2.
And now they're 6. Or they're 1 in. They only got 1 loss in the Big 12 now.
Nice.
But BYU's leading that Big 12. They're 8-0 right now.
BYU dominated again.
Yes. That puts them 6-2, 4-1, and that keeps them alive for the college football playoff and keeps them alive for the Big 12 championship game. Honestly, they probably got the easiest schedule the rest of the year. I don't know why I'm getting choked up.
Man, you're just excited about Colorado.
They got Texas Tech next week. Then they got Utah, which just fell off the face of the earth. They got Kansas, and then they got Oklahoma State to finish out the year.
Yeah, they can win all those.
Yes, absolutely. Also, this makes them bowl eligible. Yep. And that's what Dion told that super fan, that 99-year-old lady. He said, if I get hired as the coach here, I'll get you to a bowl. And he got him to a bowl now. But I think they got bigger aspirations down there at Colorado. If Colorado makes the playoff?
Playoff? Man, it's all up in the air right now.
I need Colorado in Neyland against Tennessee.
Wouldn't that
round
be
1.
That'd be something. I bet tickets for that'd be $1,000 a piece.
You imagine Nico versus Sanders?
That'd be great. Great matchup.
Woo!
That defense versus Sanders, baby. Give it to me.
Travis Hunter versus your passing attack.
That defense would eat that offensive line up. Eat them up.
Man. But if you lost.
But if we lost. I'm still here.
Hey,
I'm still here, baby.
Hey, they might come play us in Georgia. They might beat the crap out of us.
You never know, man. It'd be crazy. That's why I'm so excited for this 12-team playoff.
It's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, let's move on. Here we are, changing it up a little bit, guys. World Series, Castle, you Yankees are in the World Series, man. Getting the brakes beat off of them. What are y'all doing up there?
Yeah, that's why I got the blue lights on. For my Yankees.
I thought it was Dodger blue.
Nah, no, definitely not. Yeah, man. Ohtani left this game 7th inning with I think a dislocated shoulder, right? Popped out.
Yeah, they said it popped out. Apparently, they translated what he was saying to the Japanese trainers, and he said his shoulder popped out.
He said it hurt it pop.
Yep. But if it did pop out, depending on how bad it popped out, he probably could play Game 3. But you might not see Ohtani in that lineup.
That sucks for them.
It does.
Yeah, Dodgers go up a 2-0. First game, Freddie Freeman walk-off, it hurt like a son of a gun. I like Freddie Freeman, but I did not like him Friday night.
I get it.
Yeah. Saturday night, Yankees had a chance. It was 4-2. They put 4-1. Then they scored a run, 4-2.
Yep.
1 out, got bases loaded. It was time for Volpe to be a Derek Jeter moment. Struck out. Not going to get into that too much. A lot of emotion there. And then, so switch pitchers. Dodgers switch pitchers. Put Trevino in, who hasn't hit. I don't know. Last time he's hit, probably. 1 pitch. Hits a deep bomb to center, but it was infield. They lose. 4-2.
Talking about people that ain't hitting.
Talk about leaving. Yeah, talk about leaving a lot of runners in scoring position all season, and it's showing up here now in the World Series.
What's going on, Judge?
His record right now, I think he's got 2 hits, and the rest are strikeouts. We're not even drawing walks, man.
I mean, I hadn't watched much.
We're opening the hips on the curveball. Everybody knows that now. Dodgers know that. Throw him a curveball. He's going to open his hips. He's going to be out in front. And that's what.
I haven't watched much playoff baseball since the Braves got eliminated. But I texted you last night. I watched Judge in that at bat, and it was before anybody said anything. I texted you. I said, Judge looks lost. He looks uncomfortable up there. It's like he's not who he was in the regular season.
Yeah, he swung at that fastball up in the zone. That's just not Judge.
It's like he's trying to get underneath everything. Like he's just trying to lift it. Everything.
Just needs to put the ball in play.
Yeah, he's not looking like the 300 hitter. He's looking more like Kyle Schwarber with the Phillies.
It's been rough, man. We're down 2-0. I know we go back to New York. I guess we'll play tonight. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's rough. Teams that go 2-0 have an 80% chance to win. So you're talking about a 20% chance, but there's a chance, baby. Could sweep them in New York, go up 3-2, and head back to LA, which would be awesome. But I just do not see that happening. Don't see it happening. We got Clark Schmidt going on the mound. So yep. Schmidt's pretty good, but he'll give up a couple home runs.
Schmidt versus Buehler, though. Buehler's gave up tons of home runs, too.
But we're not hitting the home runs, man.
Yeah. This game is in New York, like you said, Monday night tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
They've been in these games, too. That's what sucks. They had these games. Well,
Yankees have already announced their Game 4 starter. It'll be Gil.
Yeah. Lose Hill.
Yeah.
Gil. But, that's what's going on, man.
You married a Hill. This dude's name is Gil.
It's Gil, but it's pronounced Hill.
I'm calling him Gil.
Okay.
Like Gil from Finding
Nemo. We have better pitching, man. That's what sucks. I mean,
gosh, well, I know a lot of people were mad last night. I was seeing on Twitter the Clark.
Yeah, Clark.
Y'all put in, or no, it was a guy. Who did y'all put in last night? Not Cousins. It was the guy y'all put in last night. They said the guy that y'all said that should have closed out the game.
Left-hander.
Game 1.
Yeah.
Everybody was mad about that one.
Always forget his name, but yeah, he's an older guy. He don't pitch much. But yeah, he is good. Yeah, I should put him in. I mean, he's at least pitched. Put in Nestor Cortez. I mean, I love Cortez, but
Hill.
Yeah,
Tim Hill.
Yeah, Hill.
Your cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, Hill.
Hey, Tim Hill's from Mason Hills, California.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a big guy, man. He's
34 years old, 6'4", 210 pounds.
Yeah. 6'4".
Anything else you want to know about the guy?
Nah.
He's your cousin. All right.
Man.
All right, man. Well, Yankees, they're down 2-0. Hey, I've seen teams be down 3-0 and come back and win this thing, man. Don't give up on them. Don't get mad at them.
I ain't never going to give up, man. I'm in World Series. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, at least you're there. Get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want number 28, though. That's a great number.
Good number. Great number.
It's all right. Mediocre.
NBA last night. Or Saturday night. LeBron, man, went off. They won 131 to 127. He scored 16 points in the final 4 minutes of the game. LeBron did come out and say he plans on playing all 82 games this year.
Here's a fun fact. Anytime LeBron's been on the team and they went 2-0, they made the playoffs. And they're 2-0.
Wow.
Say that now. Go ahead and pick your Lakers to make playoffs. Bet on it now. How about Brody, man, getting a post-game interview for recording 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 points, 0 shot attempts. But he got a post-game interview. That's the first player ever to get a post-game interview. I wonder why.
Well, it was the first time in NBA history a father and son played together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Bronny hasn't played since.
He's going to the G League.
Yeah. They let it happen. But I will say this, though. Kevin Durant becomes the 8th player to reach 9,000 career points. They did that when they beat the Dallas 114 to 102. Durant joins the elite list of players who have reached 29,000 plateau, headlined by LeBron James, who has the NBA scoring leader at 40,000 points. So that's crazy to think LeBron's got 40,000 points and KD's only got 29,000. Behind James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dirk Nowitzki, Wilt Chamberlain, and now Kevin Durant.
KD, baby.
KD. Slim Reaper, babe. What do you think right now about the NBA? You watching any?
No.
Not watching anything?
Nah, care less about the NBA.
Loving the NBA right now. The Knicks recovered from the home opener, doing good. Love my Knicks right now. Been watching them. It's been great to see.
I like LaMelo Ball.
He can fall in a hole. Love my Knicks. Love Jalen Brunson. Love that they're tearing it up. Love that we have Karl-Anthony Towns in New York. That's pretty great.
Your boy Randall did pretty good, though, for Timberwolves.
Yeah. Good thing for him. They're talking about trading him, though. They're talking about moving on.
Yeah, like 27 or something.
Yeah. He's good if he stays healthy.
If he can stay healthy. Yeah,
hey, we just traded one center from Kentucky for another center from Kentucky.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. Kentucky players.
Yeah, boy. NFL. What do you think about the NFL?
It's all rigged. It's all scripted. Still not a huge NFL fan. I like the Steelers. Love Steelers. Always have. Shout out to Heath Miller.
Got a big game Monday night.
Shout outs. Yeah, who they play?
Play the Giants on Monday night.
Giants, Monday Night Football, MNF.
Yeah, boy.
I like this question here. Russ better than Fields? I mean, experience-wise, yes. On the field, I think they both did what they needed to do. I mean, the Steelers are 5-2.
Yeah. Justin said that he felt like he left a lot on the field and that he could have done more, especially after Russ came out and did what he did last week.
Yeah, Russ had 264 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Russ, that was a record. That was the most passing yards, best QBR, best completion percentage in Steelers history for a debut. So good for him. Happy to see that from Russ. I thought he did good with us last year with the Broncos. I hated how things went down.
I don't know how you can't like him.
I like the dude. I think it's weird.
Broncos Nation.
I think
let's ride.
Yeah, that's probably half the reason why we don't like him.
Broncos Nation.
I think it's weird that he's married
to Sierra. Let's ride. I'm going to keep cutting you off.
He's such a big Christian, and then Sierra is like my goodies. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, maybe Russ likes his goodies. I mean,
maybe. I mean, I don't blame him. He married to Sierra. I'd like her goodies too. My Broncos, though, we're speaking about the Broncos. Bo Nix, you big guy. You love some Bo Nix.
Yeah, I love Bo Nix.
We're 4-3 on the year right now.
That's pretty good.
The Chiefs, big trade happened this week. DeAndre Hopkins went to the Chiefs.
Saw that.
That's going to hurt. I'm not really happy about that. And I also seen that the Steelers and the Chiefs are in on Cooper Kupp. One of those teams is going to get Cooper Kupp.
Steelers need Cooper Kupp.
That would be great for George Pickens.
That would be awesome. Take a little bit of pressure off of him.
If Mahomes gets
we missed out on Adams, so
if Mahomes gets Cooper Kupp, I'm done.
I'm done. That team's just, I mean, they're still undefeated, right? They ain't lost.
They ain't lost. They'd have Kelsey, Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, Cooper Kupp, and Simeon Rice.
Not even fair, man. I hate Kansas City. Sorry if any of your listeners are Kansas City fans. If you are, there's only like one or two people that I know that actually have been Kansas City fans when they were actually terrible. But if you're a new fan for Kansas City, you're a bandwagon.
Hey, I do like Andy Reid, though. I can't not help but like Andy Reid.
I mean, how could you not? Dude's a great coach.
Yeah.
But, yeah, can't stand Kansas City. I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
I want to throw out some stuff. I know you don't care. You're not a big NFL. Not that you don't care. You've just not been following as much as we did when we were younger. But I just want to run through some games real fast to see what you kind of think. I know it is Monday. Let's see. Who do you got? Steelers versus Giants. Who you got to win tonight?
Steelers.
All right. Who is your Super Bowl favorite?
Chiefs.
Who is your Rookie of the Year?
Jaden Daniels.
I agree with that. I do agree with Jaden Daniels on that one. Here's my question for you. I don't know what you're popping over right now, but I am severely concerned, man.
I was just going to keep doing it to you, right?
God almighty. If somebody said, here's you a lump sum of cash to invest and own an NFL team, but it can't be the team that you cheered for your entire life. There has to be somebody.
I'm glad you asked this question.
Who would you invest into and why?
Dallas Cowboys, baby. Just get rid of Jerry Jones. I'm taking over. How about that? Bye, Jerry. I'm actually going to make Dallas relevant.
That's great. That is fantastic. Did you know that Jerry's really mad that the Broncos are the most wealthy franchise in the NFL.
I'm not surprised. Dude's greedy, and he still can't get it on the field.
I don't know what you're about to say there.
That's nice. That's me being nice.
Yeah. Another thing, I'm just going to throw it out there, guys. NFL. I'm watching my Broncos right now. Castle kind of keeps up with the Steelers.
I keep the Steelers. I do keep up the Steelers.
One thing I've been keeping up with a little bit more this year, hockey. I am loving Pittsburgh Penguins, even though they are absolutely doo-doo. Not been playing too great. They dropped to 3-6 on the 3-6-1 on the season, 2-4-1 on the road. They lost to the Canucks on Saturday night, 4-3. They had a terrible second period. They gave up 4 goals in the second period, and that was pretty much it. So great job, Pittsburgh. I'm either going this December to Pittsburgh to watch the Penguins play, or I'm going to New York to watch the Knicks play.
Ooh, good New York.
But I don't know yet.
Madison Square Garden, baby.
Fly
up to New York. Go to New York. New York's great. You been to New York?
Nope, never flown.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
See, that's how I did become a Yankees fan.
Oh, if you went to a Yankees game, you'd love it.
Okay, when I was 7 years old, Mom and Dad brought me in the living room and said, "We're going on vacation. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the Bronx and watch the Yankees play, or do you want to go to Atlanta and watch the Braves play?"
God, I wish you'd have chose the Bronx, man. We could have been Yankee brothers together. We could have been impressed today.
I said Braves gave me to Atlanta because they were on TBS and I got to watch them all the time.
Hey, I like the Braves.
And here's the fun fact, guys.
I love going and watch a game there.
That trip, I'll never forget this. I was 7 years old. Knew nothing much about sports other than colors of teams and barely knew team names. Well, my dad's a big Ford person, so our hotel was right beside a Ford dealership. So Mom's getting ready for us to get ready to go to the game. So Dad's like, "Well, let's go over and look at vehicles." So we're over there walking around. Salesman comes out. Dad's like, "I'm not here to buy, just looking. We're from Virginia or whatever." And guy's like, "Oh, you down here for a Braves game?" Dad's like, "Yeah." The guy looked at me and said, "Who's pitching tonight, young man?" And I said, "Chipper Smoltz." Dad said to the guy, he doesn't watch sports. He doesn't know much about them. So he doesn't really know who's pitching or anything about the team. And from that point on, I made it a point.
You triggered that boy.
To know
I'll show you, Dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's how my sports fandom started and everything. It's how I became a Braves fan. Man, it's been a great show. Love Off the Record. Love what we went through here. Can't wait to have some guests on here with us. You got anything you want to talk about?
No. That's it, man. I got to wrap it up.
All right. Well, guys, we Off the Record. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, let us know, yay or nay. Keep it up. Don't do it anymore. Again,
we can go back. We can go back to the recap. Y'all just let us know.
Go back to the recap. Again, on Thursday, we're going to cover everything college football, what's coming up for this big Week 10 that's ahead of us. Hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful Monday. We appreciate you guys listening. Again, be sure to let us know what y'all think. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. See y'all. You gone? Where you going? Oh, my Lord. Oh, eat it. Eat it. You gone.